NorthPoleHighSchool.com. Well, North Pole High School government students are gearing up for a state competition. We the People is a nationwide competition that tests students' knowledge of the workings of the Constitution. Winners at the state level will compete in Washington, D.C. with other students from around the country. North Pole High School is hoping to take the state title this year. News 13's Micah Johnson has more.
We the People is a prestigious competition that is put on by the Center for Civic Education. The program began in 1987 for the bicentennial celebration of the drafting of the U.S. Constitution. Students have spent long hours preparing for their final presentation in Anchorage.
Students will be in small groups prepare 4-minute scripted statements that answer very complex questions about some aspect of either constitutional history or philosophy or the application of the Constitution. And in addition to that, they have to prepare to answer 6 minutes worth of follow-up questions from a team of pretty intimidating judges.
The topics focus on the Constitution, but range from rights to peaceful assembly to the right of states to secede from the Union.
One of our questions is about the rules that the delegates of the Philadelphia Convention created so that the Constitution could be made more easily. And our other question is about checks and balances and how they limit the government and yet help the government run more smoothly.
We're addressing two questions. One is about the Civil War and the secession, and what, if anything, made it a valid option for the South, and what options they could have taken instead. And then our other question is of political parties and how they've changed and what checks they create for the government.
The students try to find primary sources to back up their statements or information that originated out of the time period they are addressing.
We found the notes that James Madison took at the Philadelphia Convention, and they list out all of the rules that they made quite nicely. And we found several letters of people and letters that people sent to newspapers that showed how they felt about the new Constitution that was being drafted. And we also found several Supreme Court cases that deal with checks and balances within the national government, as well as some examples of how checks and balances work on a more local scale.
North Pole High School has made a semester-long We the People class this year. Students are hoping that this will give them the edge they need to finally win the competition.
People started doing the competition. They've been second or third place every year. But we never had an actual We the People class. So hopefully this year, since we actually have one, we're actually an underdog favorite for the win.
It's going to be us, absolutely. We have a slogan. Our slogan is "In it to win it."
For News 13, I'm Micah Johnson.